fight for the boys who make us proud.
Well, we are united. Look at us. This is like the whole South Africa. We just want to say thank you for winning the World Cup and welcome back home.
Welcome for the World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. It's been a long and tiring trip for the players, and so thank you for waiting for them. It's been absolutely incredible, the reception we've had. We will have a press conference, a traditional press conference, open to the floor. Questions to the panel we've got here, including Pieter-Steph du Toit, who was named World Player of the Year on Sunday evening. Matt Proudfoot, who is the forwards coach, might have had something to do with the scrumming. Cheslin Colby, who was one of the heroes and one of the stars, also nominated in World Rugby Player of the Year. Then Makazole Mapimpi, 6 tries, leading scorer at the Rugby World Cup in the middle. Next to him is Dwayne Vermeulen, who was the player of the match in the final. And next to him is potential World Rugby Hall of Famer, Frans Steyn, who won World Cup for the second time.
Yes. Bomb squad.
But before we start, I'd just like to ask the Honourable Minister to say a few words, Mr. Nathian Tatwa.
Okay. No, thank you very much. We, as I said, we are going to be opening up for yourselves to talk to your heroes here and get it from the horse's mouth. But just to say thank you, South Africa. Thank you for the support you gave your own boys. The world was not going to be this supportive if from home the boys were not supported. They were supported, and they brought that confidence which is needed in this country. It wasn't just a rugby match and matches and the final. It was what they were doing to unite all of us, and they did. South Africans are united. We are faced with our challenges here, but we are going to use that which came out of the world champions. These are the champions of the world, by the way. The world champions for the next 4 years. So it would be up to them, it would be up to you now to talk to them. Later on, the captain and the coach and the rest of the team would be coming, and they'll meet us here as well. So over to you.
Thank you, Minister. The Deputy Minister has also very kindly greeted us as well.
Thank you.
Open to the floor. Any questions?
To say.
No questions.
No questions. First things first, congrats, gentlemen. Well done on the victory. First question, obviously, to the 2 try scorers that contributed to the victory in the final, Cheslin and Mapimpi. How does it feel to score South Africa's first and second tries ever in a World Cup final?
You go first, Mr. Go.
I don't have like a lot of words. I would say like thank you so much to your support you guys have been doing. It was amazing. I didn't talk about to score in the final. I know it's like the final is always tough, you know, and I think I speak to Chase before the game. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on with me. Like I'm too calm, and it's a final, and I'm scared. I don't know. And he said with me, like, Jesus, man, it's gonna be amazing, and you must know that, like, it's good for me, you know. Like, I don't think before I go to the match, I don't think about to score or whatever. I'm just thinking about my job, and I know it's my job to finish, but there's a lot of things you have to do before you score, whatever. There's a lot of work you have to go to, but I think it's amazing for me. Like I'll say, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the Cheslin. I'm proud of South African people. Like he's been like supporting us. I'm proud of my friends. I'm proud of my family. You know, like I don't have like a lot of words. I don't know what can I say. It's amazing, man. You know, I couldn't believe. Like I remember we went to when we was around like South Africa. We went to the camp and. Bloemfontein, and it was a fitness thing, something like that, and we have a session like what bike, and then we cycling as a guys, and I cycling, and I went to my room afterwards. I sleep like maybe 5 minutes. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My bad. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Thank you so much for that.
Together as one team and believing in one goal, because that's the message that the coach gave to us. We're working to a goal, and that is to improve ourselves and make our whole nation proud. And I think it hasn't been easy at some stages, but we believed in ourselves and we just kept on working hard. And yeah, winning the World Cup just I think put the cherry on top of the cake. And yeah, we're back in South Africa and we're all here to celebrate this moment with each and every person. No matter where in South Africa. So yeah, we're really humbled and we're thankful for all your support.
No, you're a player. You're not media.
Independence. I see all the men on the right-hand side. Can you go another 4 years? Dwayne and Francie.
Let's put that to Peter Steff. Answer that question.
Peter.
To you.
Ask us.
There's no.
Can you go another 4 years?
I think Skalky went to 45, so if I can go to, 36, it will be achievement, so I'll try my best.
I'll take it day by day. Thanks, Independent.
Brendan?
Yeah, Peter Steff, maybe tell us your thoughts on winning the World Cup of the Year award, and is it now the pinnacle? What is there still to achieve?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable experience to be part of a team like this, and the only way I could achieve this is the teammates around me and the coaching staff we had. So I think it's always to the players around you've got, and for me personally, it's an unbelievable achievement. But yeah, you can never stand still. So if I go and stand still at the moment, I'm going to go backwards. So for me, I've got to set new goals personally and for the team as well. So and definitely for South Africa, and in 2 years' time it's the British Irish Lions, and after that the World Cup again. So I think if we can be consistent over the next 4 years and the future for South Africa, we'll do a good job. And I think that's what's needed for South African rugby at the moment.
Van Skalkwyk, Radio Rugby. All you guys come from humble beginnings. Amongst the rugby playing fraternity at schoolboy level, there is a belief, and especially amongst parents, that you must enroll your child at the top rugby playing school. But now Cheslin from a Brackenfell High School, Jim Babaza, as if I'm right, Mapimpi, Dwayne Vermeulen in Hoërskool in Nelspruit. Dwayne, wat sal jou woord van raad wees aan ouers wat hierdie geloof het dat hulle kinders moet inskryf by 'n top rugby skool?
Sjoe, dis eintlik nog 'n moeilike vraag vir 'n speler, jy weet. Ek is nie ou as 'n keerder of 'n SA Rugby se of as aangestel as 'n SA Rugby lid of so nie. Ek probeer maar net rugby speel, jy weet. Maar ek dink is maak nie saak waar jy speel in Suid-Afrika nie. As jy goed genoeg is, gaan jy jou geleentheid kry. En ja, almal het as jy kyk in ons span van ons het 'n groep van 33 spelers gebruik. En as jy mooi gaan kyk in ons groep, en ek sê dit nou alles in Afrikaans want jou vraag is in Afrikaans. So as jy mooi gaan kyk na ons groep, is daar miskien 2-3 spelers wat uit 'n groot privaat skool uitgekom het. En die ander ouetjies is uit baie kleiner skole en skole wat mense sal sê nie skole is wat miskien toppresteerders is in as jy skole se name noem nie. Maar ek bedoel dit maak ons groep uniek. En dit maak ons ook veg vir 'n spesifieke doel. Almal in hierdie span veg vir 'n rede, maar ook as jy 'n sekere punt vir die ouens bymekaar sit, het ons almal saamgestaan en ek dink dit maak dit ongelooflik uniek in ons span. En ek sal sê vir ouers vorentoe, dit maak nie saak wat jy doen vorentoe nie. Ek dink as jou kind goed genoeg is, dan sal hy uitstaan. Los 'n klomp manne wat nie eers, ek dink helfte van ons span het nie eers SA onder 19 en ons onder 20 SA skole sulke goed gespeel nie. So ja, dit wys jou net wat harde werk ook vir jou doen. So ja, dis al wat ek kan sê.
Matt, can you maybe just sort of tell us what you, in your mind, was the outstanding factors that made you come back as world champions? And also one other question that many people will ask is, was that first game against the All Blacks thrown deliberately?
Yeah, I don't think I have to answer that question. You know, I think it galvanized us, the loss, you know. We had a specific plan all year. Everyone's heard about it, how long the campaign has been, 20 weeks. It was the campaign, and we went out to win a championship, you know. So I think maybe the All Blacks took that loss of the championship and improved, and when we lost to them, we started improving again. And I just think we knew from then on we had to play knockout football. So we stuck to a specific plan, and it was just the same plan week after week, and we just got better at it. For me, the absolute standout thing is that it was a very simple plan in the way in which we played, and everybody knew their role, and everybody just worked at getting better at it. And that was the thing. It was that there's alignment. You know, when everybody just does their job, not worrying, you have to worry about, trust the guy next to him to do his job. You know, so you just do your job to the best of your ability. That was the most standout thing for me, is that you never had to worry about, you know, this, or you had to worry about that. The arrangements were great. Everything was just, you could just get on and do your job, and the players knew their jobs, and they did their jobs exceptionally well, and that's what I'll take from it.
I think for me, like, the good for since, like, where I'm coming from, like, from rural areas, like, it's been tough for me, and I don't want to lie, and I feel like I have like abundance but like one day ngazindazwa Springbok, and I couldn't believe that, and but ngayenza whatever, and keeping pushing for the day. And for me, lucky for upendela umbuzo wakhe. I couldn't believe even now, like after the game, I was talking to Luca, and it's, this thing, it's like inyanda ndiyenzekayo kanye kwenza kantoni. Luca, he said with me like it's a World Cup, man. Like so when I World Cup, I was like wow, and then go like into enkulu man kumbhuti man angifuna ukuxoka and into enkulu kum from abantu abasuka eCholongqa, East London, Eastern Cape, and kukho intwana ezincinci ezikhulayo ezibonileyo uba kwenzeka ntoni na, like I know maybe like I couldn't believe but one of the day I can make like Springbok team and World Cup things, but I don't know, maybe it's a blessing, man, because of I don't know better words to talk, man. Like it's amazing, man, and I'm happy for that. Yeah, thank you.
France is the only guy in the group that knows how it feels having won a World Cup gold medal before. How does this one compare to 2007, and what for you was the standout things in this whole campaign?
It's 12 years later.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit older now. So in 2007, I didn't realize what it meant for South Africa as a country. I mean, and now, as I'm older and I've got kids and the kids need to go to school, you realize what it means for the country. Before the game, I saw John and I really got emotional because I missed 2007, but I also was happy to being part of this team. I was really privileged to be part of that team, and I can just say thank you to Rassi and everybody that played a part for me to be part of this team. This is a special team, a really special team. We've got all our own stories to tell. We all have our own history growing up and whatever. But I mean, this one was quite special. I think all of us know the state our country is in, and hopefully if that can give us a glimmer of hope and just, even if it's just 1%, get us on the right track, I mean, we did our jobs. I think we went there for a goal, and we say we want to win the World Cup and we want to help our country, and today I think we did that. So it was awesome for me to just be a part of this one, but saying so in 2007, I can just say thanks for being part of that one as well.
Last question, thank you.
Cheston, a lot of in South Africa rugby is said to be the game of the big man, and you have proved over and over again that it's really a game for everyone. Can you talk to us about what it means for you to play the position that you play, to be as effective as you are, without necessarily ticking all the boxes of what is known as the prototype of rugby?
Yeah, I'm not sure if everybody can probably see me in front. That's how short I am. But yeah, it's for me. It's this game is shape and size for each and every player. Doesn't matter where you come from, what size you are, what weight you, or how much you weigh. I'm a firm believer. If you have the right attitude, the right heart, that you can achieve much more. And I can always remember my dad always told me, listen here, you're not one of the biggest boys on the field, so you're going to have to put in the extra 1%ers. And I just kept on doing that since I've been on school. And it's definitely helped me as a player. And to get onto the field playing against an opponent that weighs probably 100 or double the weight that I am, it's an opportunity for me to prove people wrong, that it doesn't matter how big or how small you are. There is ways to get around players or tackle players. So yeah, I think you just have to believe in yourself and just have the right mindset first of all, and just give everything you can on that field, because you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for someone next to you and outside you, and you're wearing the green and gold jersey, and that jersey you want to wear with pride, and you want to make sure that you gain a lot of respect from your teammates, especially from a small player. So yeah, I think being small is I wouldn't say it's something negative to me, but it's something I definitely look forward to, because there's ways to prove people wrong. Thanks, Jesse.
Peter Step, in your last bit at the Sharks, I mean, you were sort of, you had a lot of injuries. It was looking as though your career weren't going anywhere. Then you made the move back to Western Province in the Stormers. Do you think that was really a big decision for you to ignite your rugby career again?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get the opportunity at the Sharks straight after school, so I have to thank the Sharks for giving me that opportunity, and I really enjoyed my rugby there. I had a lot of people that played a massive role in my life there, and just learned me a lot of the game. And of course I had a lot of injuries, but that's part of the game as well, so you had some bad luck. Like Jason also said, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you will never achieve anything. And then I got the opportunity in Cape Town, that's where I grew up, so I always dreamed about playing for the Stormers, and like I tried to follow my dreams, and yeah, luckily enough I enjoyed my rugby on the field and off the field, and I think that played a massive role in my personal life going forward, and yeah, I'm just very happy where I stand today.
One absolutely final.
Franz, I know that when you guys left here, the idea was to go on, and the belief was to go on and win the World Cup. But given your experience in all things how to win a World Cup, at what point did you think to yourself, we might actually go all the way here during the World Cup?
No, I think the first week I joined the Springboks from France. I had a couple of weeks off, and then as soon as I joined the Springboks, that first week, just the vibe that was in the squad. Sorry, I've got a little bit of cotton mouth here. And then just seeing everybody training and the way we train, and then the structures that was put in place was amazing. Yeah, just the first week that I got there, I knew there was something special, and I really got excited, and I hoped all the way that I could make the final team that was end up going to the World Cup. So yeah, I was lucky enough. I can just thank everybody that played a part in that for me going to the World Cup.
Thank you very much. Minister, would you like to close, would you? Or? Okay.
No, I think everything is okay.
Thanks very much, everybody. The players are now going to go and have a well-deserved rest after a very, very long journey. And then in a couple of hours, we'll reconvene. We've not got a final timing yet with the arrival of the coach and captain. Thank you.
While the fans at OR Tambo haven't given up hope of trying to, still waiting for Siyakolisi, as the first batch of the Springboks have arrived already, but there's still that very important batch who come through those doors. The one carrying Bill, Bob's is still standing here with me, who's quite a fan favorite here as well. That's just how it's been. I haven't been able to get a word in to chat to you, Bobs, but let's quickly, while I still have a few minutes, the plane has just landed. Siyakolisi and them, like I said earlier, they have no idea what's waiting for them.
Well, no idea at all, and this is what it's been like. Everyone's just been shouting. It's such a good day to be South African. It's a good day to be Springbok. It's a good day to celebrate success of this young men and showing that they can achieve anything. So excited, but he doesn't understand. I saw other players. They had no clue, but this is what they always wanted. So What a time to be alive.
Speaking of celebrating, it looked like the guys who arrived earlier have had quite a party on the air. I wouldn't say they were quite sober.
Well, you're supposed to enjoy your rugby. You've been together for 20 weeks, 240 days, sacrificing so much to work so hard for this moment. You're supposed to celebrate it, and everyone else is celebrating with them. I think you will let these boys have as much fun as possible, and please, just look after them too.
Yeah, I mean, Makazole Mapimpi definitely got the loudest cheer. Dwayne Vermeulen was quite a fan favorite, but my goodness, Makazole Mapimpi, there's posters here saying, Bosso Kiman.
Well, I mean, Smooth is here, Sia is here, I mean, Cheslin is here, seeing Dwayne's in-laws and all of that. And it is about capturing the imagination of the nation. And these players have done it. I mean, Sia, Makazole, Smooth, I can go on forever, but it's beautiful. I'm just happy to witness this moment.
As an ex-player, this is definitely what you had in mind when you guys were dreaming of this kind of Rainbow Nation success.
As a kid, when you start training and you start working so hard as a young man with an ambition and a dream, this is the day that you really realize what it is that you are fighting for and that you wanted to achieve.
Well, what can I say? I'm here with the President, Mark Alexandra. It's a special time in South Africa.
It's a fantastic time to be in South Africa. And we're so glad that we could contribute to this euphoria outside here. It's great to see people excited about something again in our country.
I mean, this team has really transcended the country and it's transcending everyone else and even their thoughts and their aspirations. How has it been for you guys?
And look, we're excited. You know, one must not forget what happened in 2016. In 2016, we were in a rather dark place, failing the transformation targets with government. People thought we had odds with government, our sponsors leaving us. It's the darkest period in South African rugby ever, and we had to rebuild from there. And one of our plans, one of the last points on our plan was getting the Springboks at #1 again. I'm so glad to report that we've completed that plan now. We got the Springboks at #1. We've won back all our sponsors. And I think we're on the right track. We need to build on from here. We need to make sure we can broaden our base even bigger by taking this game to all parts of our country. But we need to work with the Department of Education and the Department of Sport to grow the game even bigger for us going forward.
You talk about the replanning and Rassie Erasmus, how instrumental has he been, and looking forward to his directorship.
No, Rassie played a major role in where we are today. I won't forget when we did our strategic planning session in January, and one of the key points we said is making the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is the Springboks, because whether we like it or not, all our revenue is generated by the Springboks and filters down through our systems. So if the Springboks don't do well, all our programs and systems don't do well.
I mean, for Sarah, this is a massive opportunity. How do you sort of use this energy and keep it going?
And that's, I think, going forward now, one of our strategic objectives is to make sure that we can leverage what we see outside here to grow the game even bigger. Because we want to target 80% of our market. If we want to be relevant in 2030, we better target that 80%. Otherwise, we won't see this at the next World Cup.
Thank you so much, and all the best with all the ambitions.
Thanks, Bobs. Thank you.
Guys, thank you very much for your patience. I'm sure you can imagine these guys are pretty tired after a very, very hectic few days. This will not be the longest press conference ever, so I'm just going to open the floor for questions. The first question, please, over here.
Hi, I'm from that side of media. We just like to know what are the pros and cons of being in Japan as a country? And what did you enjoy the most, and what was the least enjoyable moment of being in Japan?
So can I go? Yeah. So she basically asked, what's the pros and cons of being in Japan? What did we enjoy the most and what did we enjoy the least? Am I correct? Yeah, so I think there's definitely much more pros and cons of playing in Japan. I think the pros for us was being there the longest. I think we're the first team arriving and the last team leaving. We enjoyed every single minute of it. You know, it's our 20th week that we've been together as a team. And yeah, I can't say every single experience was great. I think the saddest part was yesterday when we had to leave. I must be honest with you.
The audio on the slide and the speaker. Can we turn up the audio at the speaker at the back here, please? Next question was at the back there. Yeah. Question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Over to you.
Hiya, I'm Patty Martin from British Television.
British, yeah.
I enjoyed saying that here. Can I ask you, do you think you won because you wanted it more than the England team, because it meant so much to the people outside here? Both of you. Khaleesi first, please, and Razzie.
Yeah, I think we won because, yeah, we definitely wanted it a lot. I know they also wanted it a lot, but I must say the people outside here and the people inside here did help us a lot. It gave us another reason, to fight even harder because we knew what was going on back at home. And I think Coach reminded us that we have a privilege of doing what we're doing, and that can give a little bit of hope to the people. And yeah, I did drive us, sing all the videos in malls, in taverns, and every single person in the street celebrating. So we knew it was much more than just for our personal gains. It was for the country.
Coach, you spoke about pressure and the fact that there's so much at stake here. Could you just expand on that again?
Yeah, I think Sia touched on that. After the first All Black Test match, which we lost, as I said in the press conference after the World Cup final, I felt we had a terrible week leading into that first pool game against New Zealand. And after that week, we sat down and said, listen, what is pressure really for us? And we were quite honest with one another. And every single player had a contribution and saying, listen, but what is pressure really? How can we be nervous going into a big test match if there's so many other things in life that we can be nervous about? And that's just actually what I tried to say in that media conference, that pressure in South Africa isn't exactly what people in New Zealand experience as pressure, and it's different in England and it's different in France. And when we play, we shouldn't play under pressure. We should play under the nice, I wouldn't say burden, but the nice luck or what we have to go and try and fix some problems for South Africa. And that's not pressure, that's a hell of a compliment to have. And I think that's the way we turned it around. And then on your first question, did we win it because we wanted it more? I think that's half of it. I think the other half is these guys really trained hard, that they were really fit. They were well conditioned, they did all their homework really well in terms of the game plans. They recovered well. They were really professional right through all 135 days that we were together. So I think that's the first part that played a big role. And then the second part was definitely South Africa. We wanted to win it for South Africa. That's without a doubt. And you can see what's happening currently. Yeah, it just absolutely drove us. When they made a tackle halftime, when they came in, the chat was again about South Africa. It wasn't about the actual game plan. It was about the people back home watching TV, the messages. So for half of it, hard work. The other half was you guys.
I can hear you, they can just speak. They can speak.
Congratulations, first of all, on a great victory. I've got a twofold question. First for Sia. There seemed to be a vigorous conversation between yourself and Rassie just before they handed in the trophy, where Rassie seemed to be smiling and you seemed to be very vigorous in your comments to Rassie. Are you able to tell us what that was about? And for Rassie, just in terms of you coming in for a year and a half, most rugby unions across the world work on a 4-year cycle. Do you think that maybe changes unions' thinking in terms of you can get a coach in for 2 years, maybe 3 years, even 1 year if the conditions are correct? Or is it business as usual?
Yeah, it was after I got my medal. So I was basically begging him to come lift the trophy with me. And he's like, no, this is not his moment. This is for the players. And, it's just for me. It's just to say thank you, man.
not just to him, the management staff with him as well. The coaching staff has really been amazing towards us, and for them to help us change things around in a year and a half was really amazing. They worked really hard, so I just wanted to share the moment with him. But yeah, he's very selfless, and he just wanted us players to enjoy that moment.
Sorry, on your second question, I think in a year and a half is a short time for or 2 years to appoint a coach, and going forward. And if you want to get short-term results, I think because I've been in the system since 1994, you know, when the game went professional, I started playing professional rugby, and I went right through all the different stages of semi-professional and all of those kind of things, and I went into coaching straight after playing. So, and then I was involved with SA Rugby since 2011. So I only went to Ireland for 2 years. So when I got back into the system, it wasn't like I was totally new to South African rugby and the setup. I understood all the franchises, all the coaches, all the players. Most of the guys I coached before at either under 21 or under 20 level, or Vodacom Cup or Super Rugby level. So, I guess that nullified the time span or time period a little bit, that it wasn't so short. I think for a new coach to come in and try and do it in a year and a half and has no knowledge about South Africa or the systems, that will be really tough. If it's somebody inside the system and knows the system really well, I guess then you can maybe give him a shorter term chance. But I think my benefit was because I never really left the system for a long time, so I think that's why it could work.
Right. Hi guys, congratulations, Kate from SuperSport. Coach, let's start with you. Did you imagine this starting to spend your birthday? All these fans outside, and yeah, I mean, you seem to be like a fan favorite. A few months ago, when you were announced as a captain, we talked about how proud you were and how your dad was taking you. I mean, he's here in the news, so we're talking about how proud he is of you. Taking you to his first trip overseas. Just expand on how much it has done for your family, like rugby has changed you, not just your life, but also your family's life.
Yeah. I am very proud right now, and I was actually very happy to have my dad there. Yeah, I think I said it to the team afterwards. It's one of those things, you know, I'm sure that was my dad's dream one day, to ever take me to like all these places all around the world, but he didn't have the means, and that's why I'm so grateful for rugby, that it allows me to be able to do such things. And I'm really proud that he could be there and share the moment. And you know, the team loves him, the guys welcomed him, and it was really special for me and the rest of my family, and just to show my kids as well that family is really important. And yeah, if you can do something for someone, I think you should do it. And yeah, we had a great time, and hopefully it wasn't the last one.
What is it? Oh yes, my birthday. No, you know, the one thing, I don't want to get emotional about it, but I think the one thing that if I had one wish out of this World Cup, and if I think about 1995 and I think of 2007, the one wish that we are going to really work hard, we as a leadership at SA Rugby, myself as director of rugby, and with the Exco and the board and everybody, is to not let's see if I have some glory now, and it's my birthday and it's great, and some players were players of the tournament like Peter Steff, and the boys were certainly heroes in the way they played, and it's going to last for a week or two, a month or so. But I think what we want to keep on lasting is what we're seeing here at the airport and here in this room, and you know, black and white and different religions and different, I don't know, all people with different differences who coming together and working together and getting it right. So yeah, it's nice to have it on my birthday, but if I can have another wish on my birthday, is that we really use this victory as a springboard to make sure that we don't lose again some of the other things that we had in 2007 and 1995, and really use it this time to make sure that all the things that we missed out previously, that we don't miss out on that again. And that's one of the reasons why I know I must still clear it with the board and the new coach, and all of those systems must still happen. And you can't ask me questions on that because I haven't discussed it with my bosses yet. But we have to focus on things like making sure everybody gets equal chances of playing, everybody, get good nutrition, and everybody get a fair chance. And there's so many things that we have to fix. We can't just focus on the Springboks, because then we'll only win every 12 years if we only focus on the Springboks. We have to focus on so many other things to make the Springboks win consistently well. So yes, it's nice on my birthday that this happened, but there's so many bigger things and that we have to fix that. Let's see. I enjoyed today. I enjoy it, but let's keep it going.
Go here, there, and then there, and then after that 2 more. Go for it.
Congratulations, guys. Tano Kamano from SuperSport. Just tell us, how have you dealt with the shutouts that have come with Glory, Roger Federer, all of them in your DMs, bumping into South Africa, and so forth. How have you dealt with how everybody has, come behind South Africa and rallying, behind what is such a great history that they've
it's been amazing to get all those kind of messages, from, especially I'm a huge fan of Roger Federer. Yeah, when he sent the message, it was really special for us. And, you get guys like Tom Brady and stuff, it's amazing. And, for us as a team, we know we're working hard each and every single day, and then, the top athletes are recognizing us, and it was really amazing.
Miss South Africa?
Yeah, and Miss South Africa. She's here. So, yeah, it's really special, and it does mean a lot to us and the team. And it's good for South Africa as well to know that this huge athlete outside of South Africa are busy backing us. I think the most important thing, they knew what we were fighting for, and they knew, especially Prince, who came to South Africa, and he came to the changing room and he said, he saw what was going on back at home, and he said we needed this, and if any other country would have been them, it should have been us. And I think that's where Coach got it, he reminded us once again that, he took out the human part of us, to say, okay, just step out for a bit. It's not about you today. Today it's about every single person that's sitting in this room and every single person that's outside. And when you make a mistake, carry on going. You don't have the right to feel bad for yourself or worry about your mistakes. You must just think of the people that are sitting at home and hoping for this. And that's all we wanted to focus on. And to get attention from other people, that was a bonus. But it's been amazing.
Back there, Cricket South Africa.
Thank you. Congratulations once again, gents. Excuse the voice a little bit. I've been celebrating. I think, quick 2 questions again. It's to Mwanda from Level Set. This one, I'm glad to see we've got the minister there, we've got the president as well there. Will we be throwing our hats into contention for hosting maybe 2027 or 2031 after this week?
Sure.
And then CI as well there, I saw a powerful 5 letters on your wrist there. Do you want to talk us through that? What is the significance behind that one?
Minister first?
You first.
Stage before.
You first.
No, thank you for that question. I think we are considering about 2027. But we've just won 2022, so we first want to conclude 2022, the 7th World Cup that we've won. So there's a lot of planning, so we have to make sure that we have enough money to host 2027. But I would like to thank everybody in the room for coming today. Really, we appreciate it. We thank all the South Africans who supported the team. All those messages of support really inspired the team. And I think as the coach says, every time they went out there, they had a game plan. But they also remember the people back home. Every one of you have contributed to this victory. So thank you to you for inspiring the boys.
Me? The obviously rugby it's a beautiful sport, and you're allowed to share what you believe in, and obviously I had Jesus on my wrist, and obviously that's what I believe in, and that's what's been carrying me throughout the the whole time, other than my teammates, and the people that support me and all the prayers that came from people here. And yeah, it's really been grateful, and it meant a lot to me. And I knew at that time that, I owe all the glory to him, and that's why. But every game, that's how I play, with my wrist with that one. So yeah, that's why I have it. I have it on every single game.
Got a question here, and then Brendan, and then Sandile, and then we're going to wrap.
Nzao Molloy in the Changes podcast. Coach Rassie, the final team showed so many layers to their attack which weren't obvious in the other games leading up to the final. How hard was it for them to not show their hand in that time? And Sia, on the train ride here, a woman said to me, I've come here to celebrate the lesson that this team has taught me about when you struggle at the beginning, relating to how you guys were losing that first game, and then powering through the rest of the tournament. Those kind of comments from everyday South Africans, what does that say to you, and what does that give to you, seeing as you've given us such a big gift?
Are you talking about the question to me as
the question to you is about how hard was it for the players to not show their hand in the run throughout the tournament?
Our attacking end.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually didn't try to hide anything. The Japan game, we actually gave them 40 points, and then a New Zealand game that they were just better on the day, and then we actually smashed Namibia and we smashed Canada. Which was the last game? And then we smashed Italy by 40 points. We're actually at the highest scoring team at the World Cup. And then when we played Wales is the kind of team. And then we played Japan again, and we gave them again, I think, 4 or 5 tries. So we scored a lot of points again. But then we played Wales, who's a kicking game. And if you lose your patience against Wales, they beat England twice this year. They're the Six Nations champs. So that was actually the Rugby Championships winners against the Six Nations winners. So, and we've played them 4 times, and we haven't managed to win them in the last 4 times. And every single time we tried to outrun them. So we knew that was going to be a ball fest, just kicking. And we know our patience had to last there, and then it did. And then in the final, we actually kicked almost as much, but then Lucanio just brought the magic, and Mapimpi brought the magic, and Cheslin brought the magic, and the individual players just whatever they saw they played, and I guess that's what we wanted all the time. So it wasn't really that we were hiding anything. It was just that the players felt so comfortable and confident, and the platform was laid there, and they really just used their talent. So we didn't really hide anything.
The question was, a lady on the train said, I've come here to celebrate the lessons that the Springboks have taught me. Losing the first game and then powering through the rest of the tournament. What does that say to you as you've given us a gift? What does that say to you as the nation saying that about you guys?
Yeah, I think we kind of got that from South Africa. Us and the coach, we know exactly, we go through a lot of challenges as a country, and we always find a way to get through it, especially when we get together and know everybody, and we start fighting for something. And we knew, Coach let us, we all knew if we lost another game, that was it for us. And we had to fight every single game like it was a playoff, so we gave it everything we could. And I think, like I said earlier, without the support of the people back home, because the people back here know exactly what it feels like to have your back against the wall. And yeah, that was huge for us. I mean, we were watching videos, we were sitting there with FNB, got us this big TV, and we could get messages from the people. And another thing, we have people's faces on our jerseys at the back. So we were away, we weren't really away, we had our people with us. And it was really special for us, and seeing the videos like that, see other old players, celebrating and sending us videos to see that this is 10 times more than they've ever had in their lifetime. So, yeah, people might be learning from us, but everything that we did there and took there, we got it from the people here in South Africa.
Brendan?
2007 taught us that core of that team went through to 2009 to beat the British and Irish Lions there. How important, first of all, is to keep this core of this team together under your leadership for 2021 with the British Lions? And then second, on a lighter note, we've spoken about all the celebrities and stuff that wished you well. Part of this campaign was your video call with your son Nick. Just what was his reaction afterwards?
Yeah, we would love to stay together as this core group, and obviously that's all up to Coach Rassie, and he will he will definitely let us know in the next couple of days. He's already thinking about working for the next couple of days, preparing for what's about to come. And yeah, us as players, a lot of us have committed. We're staying in South Africa and we're playing here, so we definitely be available. And regarding the call to Nick, yeah, that was special. And the whole time that he was there, he just wanted to get on the field. And I told him, just keep on praying that if we win the final so we can get on the field. And yeah, he got on the field, he just ran and enjoyed himself. It was really special. And I can't explain to you how amazing it is to share those special moments with your family. And yeah, we really enjoyed it. We all had our kids there and wives and girlfriends and everything. So it was good.
Final question, Sanjile, and then we'll ask the Minister to make closing remarks. And before the question goes, can I then just ask to clear the room, guys? We'd like to get the guys at the top table out, so please refrain from the selfies and all that. Thank you very much. Sandile, go for it.
Thanks for the sound eventually. Rusty, quick one. How important was it to have Sia fully fit? We know he struggled with injuries leading up to the World Cup, and we spoke a lot about him. You guys raised him up in Palomar. So your question, how important was it to have a fit Sia Kolisi at the World Cup? And Sia, for you, a message to all the kids who are in our rural areas struggling as you did 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think our own motto was the whole time that, listen here, we're not going to make the same mistakes as previous World Cups where I was involved, and also part of the mistake where we're going to take a very experienced team on paper and a great team on paper, but not a fully fit team. So we decided when we get onto that plane to Japan, all 31 players must be fit and ready to train. And I must tell you, out of the 7 or 8 weeks that we were there were probably out of the, how many training sessions, 40 training sessions that we had, there were probably 3 where there were 1 or 2 players sitting out with niggling injuries. And Sia was one of them. He was the only player that we actually managed. A guy like Damian Willemse missed out because he wasn't fully fit when we went over there. A guy like, who else is there? There was Lizo Kaboko had a little injury just before that. So there was a few guys, even one of the Pre brothers. So we decided we would rather take a fully fit team. So the only guy we really took a chance with was Sia, and to manage him, his whole load, and how we're going to make him play just a little bit in one Currie Cup game, and then against Argentina, and then against Japan. So for us to have him there was really important. Firstly, because he's a great rugby player. Secondly, because he's our captain, and I thought his form wasn't great the first 2 games, and that's why we gave him. He played in 3 in a row, and we always subbed him the last 10-15 minutes of the first 2-3 games until he got fully fit. And then I must say in the last 3 games his form was absolutely outstanding. So much that we actually had to sub him the last 10-15 minutes because he really emptied his tank totally, and he played really, really well. His stats showed that. So, no, it was massive important, and I must say well done to the medical team and everybody to get him through that, because it was a real worry for me at one stage during the year, early in the year.
And your message to the kids in our townships, rural areas who are now in, I suppose, in a situation that you found yourself in about 10, 20 years ago?
Yeah, it's really tough, but I think anything can be overcome with opportunity. I think my drive when I was younger, it was just going to training each and every single day. I was preparing myself, not knowing obviously because I was young. I was only 9 years old, going to training each and every single day, and I was obviously preparing myself for an opportunity just in case it came. And when it did come, I was ready, and I took it with both hands, when I got a scholarship. So that's what I can tell them, that it can be done. We obviously don't want it to be so tough for everybody else, and we're hoping things will get better for everybody else in future. But I mean, if a guy like Mampimpi can come from where he comes from and make it, it just shows it is possible. But yeah, and the most important thing is that you never listen to someone that tells you can't make it, you're not going to make it. It's up to you and you alone, and all the people that we have around you. That's the most important thing. And I just want to tell the kids they must just keep dreaming and keep on believing and keep on pushing.
Mr. Minister? No, sorry, Mr. Minister, thanks.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Captain, for leading the nation. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the most important thing here, the lesson we can take from our Springboks, is that in the field of play, they were single-minded, and their unity was unity of purpose. They affected people outside of the field, which is 57 million people in South Africa. Their act and their win covered our country with glory. And as they do that, they made us to come closer to each other as South Africans. We should not be distracted by anybody. This we should use as a firm base, as we did in 1995, in 2007, and now in 2019, as a firm base to unite our people. Unite all of us in confronting the challenges we are faced with. Challenges of unemployment. With this win, many people would be part and parcel of the President's investment conference here, with a lot of Japanese who were not part of the plan initially, who wanted to know more about South Africa. We have had the whole of the continent being happy that this is their win also as people of this continent. So, fellow South Africans, thank you very much for supporting our boys. Continue to do that, and let us make sure that the doomsayers do not see what they want to see, the division of our nation. Our sport, the sport, all other sporting codes should learn from this, that when you are united, you can achieve everything. We are still calling on everybody, including the private sector, to come to the fore to help those kids in the rural areas, in the townships and the suburbs and elsewhere, to ensure that they get a chance. To that extent, I would want to say to the 57 million people of South Africa that Heineken, as one of the private sector, came to the fore to assist in ensuring that all the people of our land are able to watch this very important final. So with that, I'm calling on other private sectors that come, let's ensure that we build our country. Let this not be a momentarily win, but forever. We build on it in confronting the problems we're faced with. There's gender-based violence in the country. I'm still going to be talking to the president of SARO and the leadership that all our sporting codes, starting with the world champions here, we take part even more in ensuring that we address the challenges, social ills, which are facing our nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just ask you to clear the passage, please? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.